It just happened, something many thought was impossible. While the world was looking elsewhere, a move was made in Venezuela that directly shifts the balance of power in the Western Hemisphere. The Venezuelan Supreme Court has just issued a ruling that puts Nicolás Maduro in his most challenging position yet. But the real shockwave is coming from the White House. The Donald Trump administration has signaled that the era of traditional negotiations is officially over. This isn't just about oil, and it's not just about sanctions. This is about a new order being established in real time. And what's happening behind closed doors might surprise you. To understand why January 5th, 2026 became a tipping point, we have to look at the bigger picture. For years, Venezuela has balanced on the edge of economic and political uncertainty. However, reports suggest that the country's Supreme Court, long considered Maduro's strongest shield, has made a move that has baffled even the most seasoned analysts. Why now? And why was the response from Washington so instantaneous? According to publicly available information and official sources, Donald Trump's new strategy toward Caracas isn't just a continuation of old pressure. It's what experts are calling maximum diplomacy with minimum retreat. While previous dynamics focused on incremental sanctions, new reports suggest the goal is now total isolation, but with an unexpected offer lying on the table. Allegedly, diplomatic channels remain open for only one specific type of conversation: transition. But here's the problem. Nicolás Maduro, according to reports on the ground, has no intention of stepping down without guarantees that the current administration in Washington may not be willing to provide. Context is vital here. Venezuela holds the largest proven oil reserves on the planet. In a world struggling for energy stability in 2026, whoever controls the flow from Caracas holds the keys to the global market. The Trump administration knows this. Maduro knows this. But there is a twist that no one saw coming: the role of third-party actors. While all eyes are on the Washington-Caracas axis, new players are emerging from the shadows who could dismantle this entire framework. According to analyses from leading geopolitical institutes, regional stability no longer depends solely on internal factors. Every move made by the Supreme Court in Venezuela is being meticulously analyzed in Beijing and Moscow. Why does this matter to you? Because the outcome of this standoff could directly impact energy prices and market stability for the next decade. The legal maneuvering we've discussed was only a smokescreen for what was actually happening on the ground. On January 3rd, 2026, the world woke up to a reality that seemed like a Hollywood plot: Operation Absolute Resolve. Under the cover of darkness, an elite team of Delta Force and 160 Special Operations Aviation Regiment units descended on Fuerte, Tiuna, a heavily fortified military compound in Caracas. Their mission was clear: capture Nicolás Maduro and his wife, Celia Flores. By midday, Donald Trump confirmed the capture, releasing a photo that quickly went viral: a blindfolded and handcuffed Nicolás Maduro aboard a U.S. naval vessel. The president's statement was blunt. It was an operation to bring an outlawed dictator to justice. On Monday, January 5th, the saga reached a new level of tension. Maduro was flown by helicopter to a federal courthouse in Lower Manhattan. Clad in a blue jail uniform, the man who led Venezuela for over a decade shuffled into the courtroom in ankle shackles. The indictment against him is staggering, alleging that he headed a corrupt government that functioned as a narco-terrorism organization. Meanwhile, back in Venezuela, the power vacuum is being filled by Vice President Delcy Rodriguez. While she initially denounced the capture, the political reality is shifting. Reports suggest that behind the scenes, the U.S. is already pushing for a new leadership structure. Donald Trump has even suggested that the U.S. might run the country temporarily to secure its vast oil reserves, claiming that American energy giants are ready to invest billions. But the real question now, haunting every world leader, isn't whether Nicolás Maduro is guilty, but what this precedent means for the future of sovereignty. If a superpower can enter the heart of another nation and bring its president before its own court, do the rules that have guarded global peace since 1945 still apply? In New York, The fate of the man who once held the keys to the world's largest oil reserves hangs in the balance. Was this a necessary step toward justice, or a dangerous move that will ignite an entire region? If you want to know who the invisible players were that enabled Operation Absolute Resolve, watch our next video appearing on the screen right now.